smoke by the truckload on the West Coast, where they show me tons of love. Doc and Trey D cracking jokes about dumb and drugs. I don't know why I censored slammers and not controlled substances. But anyway, how y'all doing? Welcome to the nation. Monster Nation, that is. I'm your host, tour guide, president. I'm the king around here. I'm the landlord, owner, tenant, the janitor. I'm off the damn floor. With you, if you don't follow the rules. Anyway. So did y'all see the whole AP watch, the AP Swatch watch hoax? Like the last time I came on here to talk to y'all, I was talking about the whole how it was rumored that everybody was all up in arms because AP, which is for those who don't know, is a very expensive watch brand. They did a collaboration with Swatch that suddenly made the Swatch watches wild affordable, and the people who had the real expensive ones was losing their minds about it because they felt like it cheapened the value. Like they paid all this money to get this just so they could stun on all you bum niggas. Now all you bum niggas can afford it. They ain't like it, and I thought it was funny. I mean, cause I don't, my watches, I have them because I like them, not because they cost a lot. Like this watch costed a lot of money. This, I mean, for me, this watch was around somewhere between $8,000 and $10,000. But that was in 2001, and I still got it. Quality, you know what I mean? But I have cheap watches. I have no name brand watches. You know what I'm saying? I like it. You know what I'm saying? Like, Invicta is not an expensive watch at all. But I received some as gifts, and I like them. Anyway, turns out that these aren't watches at all. These are like pocket watches. These are pocket timepieces. This is from the Sherlock Holmes selection of watches. It's the Sherlock Swatch watch line. String on some, you know what I mean? Everybody who was mad before ain't mad no more. Extremely happy before are not. That was a quick turnaround. That hilarious. I don't know how to feel about it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I guess I don't feel I feel amused, to put it simply. But on to more relevant, more serious topics. I feel like this is a more serious topic. You've seen the thumbnail. Kendrick Lamar is removing or has removed all of his Drake diss records from all social media platforms. Let me see if I'm being right and exact and not paraphrase. I want to read exactly what was posted. Kendrick Lamar has just removed the Not Like Us Drake This Song music video from his YouTube channel. Let's say it again. I read that kind of choppy. Kendrick Lamar has just removed the Not Like Us Drake This Song music video from his YouTube channel. Then they go on to say the entire GNX album is no longer on Apple Music. Wow. Then they say the Drake diss Euphoria was also removed from Apple Music. The Luther music video with Zai is no longer, and I guess the tweet gets cut off right there. But yo, what we doing? Is Drake waving the white flag? Let me read on. Let me see. Read that. That was like a caption that was on the photo that I grabbed the thumbnail from. Let me see. Major changes are happening around Kendrick Lamar's catalog online. Fans have noticed that the Not Like Us music video, widely known as his viral diss record aimed at Drake, has reportedly been removed from his official YouTube channel. At the same time, Kendrick's GNX album appears to no longer be available on Apple Music, and his Drake diss track Euphoria is also reportedly disappeared from the platform. In addition, the Luther music video featuring SZA is reportedly no longer accessible as well, sparking major speculation and confusion across social media. Yes, speculation and confusion. I am both right now, confused and speculating. So let's speculate. Let's speculate together. What do y'all think this is? I mean, I remember having certain conversations with dudes like where I I fell into the trap of cussing and fussing with somebody online, like on Instagram and all of that. And I wouldn't leave that there. Like after it's done, like after I made my point and all of that, I don't leave it there. That's not the vibes that I'm trying to give off to my fan base. I don't want them to see me getting down in the gutter with, you understand what I'm saying? It's not the look I'm going for. So I delete all of that. Now the person who I was cussing and fussing with might hate it. They might feel slighted because probably the only reason they was cussing and fussing with me was so they could be seen on my platform, clout chasing and all of that. But then you got some other people who, they feel like if you delete it or whatever, you block them, you lost. So just because you say it don't make it true. Don't nobody care about what you think. Argue with Ralph Cramden. Anyway, so let me read on. Let me see. Did I get everything? Did I read everything? In addition to Luther music video. So I don't know the Luther song. I'm not familiar with it. If your scissors on it, it's probably R&B ish or whatever. That's not really my bag. Is that a Drake video? Is that a Drake this as well? What y'all think? Could he just be somebody? All right. I have to make a. Sorry for the interruption. The rules are you gotta like, comment, subscribe. I didn't say the rules earlier. I just got right into the story. But I see people in here breaking the rules, and respectfully, it's probably my fault because I didn't state them. The rules are you gotta like, comment, subscribe. You gotta like, comment, subscribe. I don't see no likes. You gotta like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell for all notifications. If you're trying to be a taxpaying citizen of the nation, leave us a super thanks, Cash App, or whatever floats your boat. You know what I'm saying? Cash App tag won't be in the description, along with the Bandcamp link, which is there for those of you who would rather hear me rap than to hear me yap. Right? All of the mixtapes is there, well, almost all of them, from nonviolent rock all the way back to Shell Shock. When you're writing, when you're leaving your comments and all of that, you have to spell the names of our dignitaries, our monuments, and our legendaries have to be spelled correctly. You can spell everything else wrong. You know what I'm saying? But it's helter skelter, A's and H's, no E's and R's. It's rock with a C and a K. It's not ROC. It's not ROK. And if you a Crip, I understand your politics, but you got to throw a little code in there, so I know, throw a little cuz or something in there, so I know. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. We grant you clemency on the misspelling, and I'm not petty. This is for search engine purposes. Search engine purposes. When the tourists are here and they, they get new information, they try to spread it. If they spread the information and it's spelled incorrectly, you're not getting those who discovering aren't getting the full experience. But anyway, so now that I got that out the way, yes, 40 East Trill, I'm talking to you. You spelled my name wrong. Anyway, but I love you anyway. Rock on. So is he did he feel like, all right, that was a messy period? You know what I'm saying? That was a messy era in his career. He's done with that. He left you know, he left the body out there long enough for the message to get across, to send a message. Niggas know. I think the whole world knows not to play with Drake. I mean, not to play with Kendrick when it comes down. It's not no smoke you want frivolously. If you ain't got no real smoke with him, you ain't going to start no real smoke with him. I think he proved his point. It could be that he's just like, all right, Oh, up now. Salute to you, 40 East Trail. Did you just spell my name wrong again on purpose? Because just because you giving good information don't mean that I want. Anyway, yeah, so they all back? Hmm. So oh, if they're all back, then he's definitely not waving the white flag. If they are all back, then forget all of what I just now said. If they all, I could pretty much stop this. I could end this vlog if they all back, right? You know what it could have been? It could have been, well, not across all platforms, because sometimes like you might like a few days ago I had an issue with DistroKid. You know what I'm saying? DistroKid is a digital distributor. You know, you upload your music there and they send it to Apple Music, Spotify, this one, that one, and all of that. That's how, you know what I'm saying, you guys get it, right? You know what I mean? And I had a problem with them. Like it was something going on because you have to pay for the service, and there was something going on where I salute to you, 40 East. They you know, I was worried. They was having it was some sort of error with my form of payment. It wasn't, you know what I'm saying. I was worried that if I didn't straighten the situation out, that that I would you know, that my music would be removed from the jump off. Am I blurry? I just got a message saying I'm very blurry. I'm mad blurry, y'all. Damn, that's whack. I don't think there's much I can do about it right now. I'm good now. I'm better. Anyway, thanks for bearing with me, whoever you know had to sit through that. It's a Wi-Fi situation. But anyway, what was I saying? I was like, oh yeah, like, you know, you worry. I was worried that like, what's the penalty if I don't work this problem out soon enough? Is all of my music going to be removed from all of the platforms? You know what I'm saying? That was a concern of mine, and I was thinking that that may have been, you know what I'm saying? That may have been you know, something to that effect could have been an issue. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, but you know what? You know what? You know what point this raises? It's a whole nother point on the side. All these streams, listen, B. If you, since we do not have CDs, no physical cassettes, I mean, they still exist, but since we have all been steered and, what do you call it? Socially engineered away from physical everything. This is an example of what can happen because you could have paid for all of those projects that were just now mentioned, like the Not Like Us, the GNX album. You know, you could have paid for that album or whatever, this, that, and the third. And through one, you know what I'm saying, just like through one error, all of a sudden, one error that wasn't yours, wasn't your error. You bought GNX. You just wake up one day and you ain't got no access to it. What if that was the album? What if that was your superhero theme music? What was that? What if that was your get you out of depression music or whatever? And this was the day you needed it, and you wake up and it's gone. That's whack. Bring back physical copies. We about to I mentioned to y'all about, I don't know, it's close to a year ago. We had somebody re-release Nocturnal without our permission, and that was whack, right? I didn't support or condone that or whatever. But we about to do something special. You know, we coming up on the 30. Well, we are in the throes of the 30th anniversary of Nocturnal. The actual anniversary is June 18th. But as soon as I get back to the East Coast, we turning up for the rest of the year, all over the place. It's just starting in New York, but you know, we taking the party on the road. You know what I'm saying? So all promoters, you know, if y'all want us, promoters in all in whatever cities in, if y'all want the Nocturnal 30-year anniversary shindig show celebration to come to your town, then hit us up. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Anyway, guess there's nothing to see here if all of the music is back. I'm still laughing at all you watch niggas though. If you made it into this video, let me get 4 microphones. Rock on, rock on.